revenue number and the budget and how you finance the deficit, it's also important that we don't lose sight of those capital projects in particular. I hold the view that if you're trying to build a road that you could have done in 1 year, but you did it in 10 years, that's 9 extra years wasted, for which Nigeria did not get maximum value for that investment. And we even end up with variations and all of that. So I believe this is something that is within our control and we should be able to do it. The third and the last question is from the distinguished Senator Yahaya Abdullahi, I hope I got that right, who was making the point about Mr. President of the country having done a lot to stabilize our economy, particularly from the monetary side. And then his point is, what are we going to do differently in my role on the fiscal side beyond tax? So essentially, the way we see this, the way I see this is that we have to be intentional about trying to drive disinflationary growth. How does that work? From the fiscal side, we've seen increase in revenue of the government as a result of the reforms around subsidy removal as well as naira flotation. Now, if you get more revenue because you take out subsidy, it's actually a transfer from the people to the government. So that sacrifices that the people make, the only way we can make it worthwhile is to spend that money in the areas of priority to them. And they could be as basic as road from the farm to the warehouse, factory, and the market. And you see the impact on the people almost immediately. Health center, schools. So the spending is one area we want to prioritize, both at the federal government level, but also working with the sub-national. We've actually started this conversation. I was invited to the National Economic Council retreat about 2 weeks ago, and these were some of the conversations we've had. So we believe that government can improve how we spend wisely, productively, and to help address issues around inflation. I have 2 very important examples I want to give, so this is not academic. If you think about it, the more room we can create to generate revenue and find the cash to fund our activities, the better for us. If you look at Nigeria's Eurobond, we have somewhere around $18.5 billion Eurobond. In the next 5 years, we have about $7 billion maturing. So which means in 5 years, we need to find $7 billion. But here is the good news. The rate, the yield on those $7 billion worth is now about 20% less than when we issued them. In other words, just imagine that we issue $7 billion to refinance the one that is falling due. We save ourselves from looking for $7 billion in the next 5 years. The amount we use to service the debt on a yearly basis falls by hundreds of millions of dollars. So you win in 2 dimensions. And imagine channeling all of that into productive capital expenditure. The impact will be significant.